To make his wife give birth to a quiet daughter. Her husband takes her racing every day as prenatal education, speeding at 200 miles per hour for 9 straight months. His wife is terrified but doesn't dare resist. Back home, to make his older son stronger, the husband forces him to eat only meat 3 times a day. When he catches his son trying to sneak vegetables, he orders him to throw away the entire table of vegetables. The son, who naturally loves vegetables, can only secretly wolf them down by the garbage can. Watching his pitiful state, Irene feels powerless to help. She dropped out of school at 18 to marry her millionaire husband. She thought she'd live happily ever after, but it turned out to be the beginning of a nightmare. This day, their son accidentally breaks a glass picture frame. The husband won't let the servants clean it up. Instead, he makes his son pick up every piece of broken glass. Even when the little hands get cut and bleed, he shows no sympathy. He blames it all on his wife's failure to be a proper housewife, saying she doesn't stay home to support her husband and raise children, but insists on going shopping. Irene can only stay silent under his scolding. She has no voice in this household. She sadly bandages her son's wounds. The thoughtful son kisses her hand and says his physical pain doesn't compare to mommy's heartache. After each of her husband's rages, Irene tells herself to just endure it. But this day she's suddenly called to school by the teacher. They say her son hit a female classmate, causing the little girl to go missing. Irene asks him why he did this. He actually says it's because he couldn't stand the girl, so he punished her. Irene anxiously searches with the teacher for ages. Finally, they find her in a bag by the dumpster. When the little girl is pulled out, her face is red from being suffocated. She nearly died from lack of air. Irene feels waves of fear. She doesn't scold her son but holds him and cries. If this continues, he'll only become more and more like his father. She suddenly decides to escape from her controlling husband. As soon as she gets home, she immediately packs to leave with her son. She calls her best friend for help, but when they arrive, Irene's water suddenly breaks. Due to complications, she has to have a C-section. This means she can't escape today. Looking at her adorable newborn daughter, Irene doesn't want to let go for even a moment. Just then her husband calls. Irene doesn't want to answer. The doctor actually picks up and tells him to come to the hospital. Irene panics, saying her husband absolutely cannot find out. To protect her daughter from harm, Irene painfully entrusts her to her sister and brother-in-law. Her sister initially refuses, until Irene offers $50,000, then she nods. Meanwhile, her husband drives to the hospital. When he enters the room, he only sees Irene alone. He happily says he wants to see his daughter, but his wife remains completely silent. After repeated questioning, she sadly says the daughter died. The old man can't believe it and insists on going to the morgue to see the body. Then the old man reaches out and pulls back the curtain.